guys, here we are, MMA UK News, Stoomboy as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, going to be talking about Total Kombat Championships. Now, before we do go into that, just a quick word on my sponsor. So, Simplified Debt. Simplified Debt are a company that helps people who are maybe struggling financially at the moment across the UK. So anybody is looking for some help and maybe just some advice on the best places to go, then definitely hit these guys up. They do offer a free, friendly, confidential service, and obviously their details across the bottom, their number and their website. If you do contact them, just quote either the Scottish MMA Awards or the MMA UK BJJ show, just so they know where you're coming from. Now, Total Kombat Championships then. So it's going to be Saturday, 20th of May. It's going to be in Troon. So absolutely beautiful part of Scotland. So tickets on this is available. You can go to your chosen fighter. So if you're going to see a specific fighter, then hit them up. They may still have tickets, or they'll be able to get tickets for you. If you're unable to get tickets from your chosen fighter, then just head over to the Total Kombat. Combat spelled with a K. Okay, so Total Kombat Championship. Just head over to their Facebook page, and you will get all the details through there. So it's already promised to be an unbelievable night. I mean, we've got some crazy matches on it. We've got some grappling, we've got some MMA, and we've got some K1 is going to be on the on show that night as well. So some unbelievable fights. You guys are in for an absolute treat on the 20th of May. Now, my next guest then is going to be on the show that night. So Jason McGinn of Wossobama Gym. Jason's been around the game for a while. That's a long time. He's, as he was talking off air, he's not had a fight in a while. But he still kept himself in shape. Does a lot of stuff for Back on Side, so the mental health charity, which is absolutely brilliant. So we're going to hear some of the stuff that he's done previously and going forward as well. So he's a very busy man. I don't know how he can fit in a K1 fight and with all that training. So, but Jason, listen, absolute pleasure, brother. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me today.
Listen, thanks very much for having me. Great to get a wee bit of a chat with you about it, and I'm absolutely buzzing. Looking forward to the show.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night. I mean, as we've seen, obviously Billy's been putting up stuff every single day. There seems to be a new fight or a new matchup come up, and do you know what I mean? The card looks absolutely stacked from start to finish.
Aye, but well, like we were saying just before, I know when Billy gets his teeth into something, he's like a dog with a bone. So he's been buzzing for it as well. I've had a wee bit of chat with Billy in the gym. So yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. In Troon as well. I mean, obviously it's massive for Troon, as I say, to have a big show like that, because again, it's a big show. I mean, we're talking some of the best grapplers and some of the best fighters from across not just Scotland but further afield are going to be on show that night. So all heading to Troon, and hopefully spending the night in Troon as well.
Yeah, brilliant place, as you said, beautiful place, great venue. So anybody that's interested in coming along, they're going to be in for an absolute delight. So let's make sure if you've not got your tickets, get them now.
Yes. But talk about Billy there's Billy just coming in saying hi guys. So good to see you, Billy. As it's going to be good to see you on the 20th of May. So and seeing exactly what you've put together. Tell us about you, Jason. Then so obviously training. I mean, we talked about the Back on Side stuff. I mean, you're out there, you're running marathons, you're running not just marathons, like we're talking. You mentioned running from Wembley to Hampden, doing Ben Nevis and stuff like that. So I mean, how do you manage to fit in, obviously training with K1 in regards to like running and so on? Because it's very, very different types of training.
Yeah. So good question. With great difficulties, probably the easy answer. But I would say like, so my background in Thai boxing was like for maybe my kind of mid-20s. I kind of got into Thai boxing, and as I said to you earlier, I've not been in a ring for 7 years. I don't think it's been, but I've kept up a lot of training in terms of like my kind of fitness, my general running and stuff. So it's just been that transition. I've still got plenty of cardio. My fitness has been good. I've turned 40 right enough, so I think that might be a factor. But certainly, just that the fitness has been there, the base has been there. So it's been just gone from that long endurance type training to more explosive, fast paced, all out. But I've been loving it. It's been great, and it's been a right buzz being back in the gym and getting to train again and hit pads and a bit of sparring. So I've been loving it.
Yeah. Tell us about Wossobama as well. Obviously, a good big name in Scotland, not just Scotland, but further field as well. So how's it in Wossobama?
Oh, brilliant! And like that, one of the things that I've realised pretty quickly getting back in the gym, the kind of buzz that you miss. As I said, I kind of moved away from Thai boxing for a number of years, and I've been doing a lot of running. But it's that buzz about the gym, and Wossobama's always produced amazing fighters. Obviously, Ali, Smith, Paul that are in the gym. There's a couple of young guys there now that I've been inspiring with, and they've just been phenomenal. Young Liam Reed's getting into the kind of the Yokow, the Super Showdown. Show. The next generation one. Some of the boys are brilliant. As I said, they've always kind of churned out just tremendous top level fighters. So it's a great gym to be about, and it's been a right good buzz. Been back in and kind of training, and everybody's got that wee feel about it again. It's been good.
Do the young guys give you stick? Because obviously, like jiu-jitsu, I mean, the young guys are always giving us old guys stick and saying, "Oh, you're an old guy. We're going to do this. We're going to do that." Is it the same in Wossobama?
To be fair, I am so as I said, I've been so long away from it. And funnily, I was in the gym the past few weeks, and one of the boys that used to fight kind of alongside me, Scott, was back in. And he's there with his young boys. He's bringing them along, so we were having a laugh about how getting to this age, and that's me kind of making a return to the ring, which is mad. So I'm more getting stick off of them. Although I know Paul and Ali were getting a bit of a buzz about back training and stuff again. So it's not so much stick, just but friendly banter is how I would put it.
Yeah, no, it's always fun. It's always fun. These young guys, man. Do you know what I mean? Some of these young guys are going to come through and go on and do absolutely wonderful stuff. Do you know what I mean? So, and obviously, Wossobama, no different. As I say, we're going to see some superstars coming out of Wossobama, definitely. So, what were you? How did you find out then? Total Kombat. How did you find out you were matched up on that? Because as you said, you've been away for a while, so to obviously come back after a good few years away. So how did you get the nod for this one?
So the kind of background to it is, like as you mentioned earlier on, I'm an ambassador for Back On Side, the mental health charity. So over the past 3-4 years, I've done a few different sponsored events for them to raise money. So like last year, I was saying I ran from Wembley up to Hampden, which was 400 miles in 10 days. I've done the West Island Way in Ben Nevis in 40 hours. So I've been doing these sort of running events. But one of the boys that runs with me is the boxing coach in at the gym. So Ricky has been a good friend for years and years. And every time we're out running, and every so often we'll have a chat about, I think there's one last fight left in you. Would you like to get back training? So I speak about it every so often. So just at the start of the year, Ricky had phoned me and he said, "Listen, there's potential for a show coming up. Would you be interested in fighting? You keep saying it. You're talking about it." And I mentioned it would be my 40th this year. I'd like to do something a wee bit different. So when me and Ricky spoke about it, I said, "I'll tell you what. I've got a marathon coming up in June. I'm going over to Mont Blanc, to the Alps, to run a marathon in the mountains." So I said, "Like, I'll take a fight. If the fight's in May, I'll take a fight, but I'll probably go for a boxing bout just because I want to try and save my legs, blah, blah, blah." So the next thing I know, when I'm speaking to Alan, there's a potential Thai boxing fight, and then it became a K1, and I thought, listen, I'll just take it, might as well. And I sparred a couple of times at the boxing, and as soon as I went back in and sparred at the Thai, I was like, nah, this feels a bit more natural. I'm enjoying this. So it was a kind of no-brainer. So when Alan kind of mentioned it to me, I thought, right, yep, let's go for it.
Yeah. And I'd say it's the first of 5 challenges, I believe. So
it's
crazy one to start with. As I say, do a K1 fight. So it's a I wouldn't say it's a hard one. Obviously, you're used to going in there and doing that kind of thing. But to start off, when you look at the 5 challenges, you think, like, okay, number 1's K1 fight. Number 2 is an ultra marathon across the Alps. What's 3, 4, and 5?
So the third one is 5 Monroes in a day. So that kind of breaks up a wee bit. Then the fourth one is going to be, I'm going to try and do 100 miles in 24 hours. So I'm going to try and do a 100-mile run in 24 hours. And then the last one is a triathlon, which I can't swim. So like I'm going to have to, as soon as this fight's out the way, my concentration is going on to running and swimming, to be fair. But and so there's a wee bit of thinking behind this, is that right now, where I'm cutting a bit of weight and trying to get my weight down for the fight.
Yeah.
I would rather get that done now and then be able to sort of cardboard for the kind of running more long distance endurance events. You know, you wouldn't like to be having to cut weight while you're trying to run a marathon 100 miles. So although it might not make much sense that I could end up getting my legs smashed in this fight and then some could happen, but obviously the shows came up first, and for me it makes sense in terms of my sort of nutrition for getting into the other events.
Yeah, that's the thing though. I mean, you're conditioned to do this type of stuff. So even if do you know what I mean, you were taking a couple of days off. No, after the fight, you're probably going to take a day or two to recover. So, but you're conditioned to do this already. So it's not like something. It's not like you've just woke up one day and said, you know what, I'm going to run the Alps, or I'm going to run this and do that. So
No.
This is something that your body's used to. So.
100%. And that's the thing. I mean, like, the more of the running that I've been doing, the more I'm conditioned to doing the longer miles, and I'm used to doing that. So, like the last week, as part of the training, I went out and did like an 18-mile run just with one of the girls that's training for the Edinburgh Marathon. And I hadn't been doing a lot of running, but I'm sort of used to that. So that has been fitting in. It's been fitting in great with my training, actually, because I've been breaking up there. I'm not running as much. I'm getting a lot more of the Thai stuff in, so it's been brilliant. And just when you say actually about getting a break for a couple of days rest, I actually fly to Portugal on the Sunday morning for a stag do, which I completely forgot about. I thought we were going on the Monday, so that'll be my couple of days rest.
That'll be a couple of days, so definitely a couple of days rest.
And I'll get a bit of stick if I take my trainers to Portugal.
Just a couple of comments coming in again. I've got Alan Curry just saying there, good luck, Jason, on all 5 challenges. Inspirational, mate. Definitely is. It definitely is. And then Jennifer McCann, swimming, just saying it's easy for you. Obviously, laughing faces and so on. So.
As soon as Jennifer sees me, she'll realise that I can barely float, let alone swim. I'm going to struggle with that big time. Are you allowed armbands in a triathlon?
Well, we'll find out. So, it was a funny one as well. I remember reading a story. It was a woman just a couple of weeks ago. It was in the paper, and she'd ran a marathon, and she had apparently they put like a band or something on you, or they put a recording device on you. And she got to, I think it was about a mile or 2 miles out, and she phoned her pal to come and pick her up, and her pal came and picked her up and took her to just before.
That's right,
and she got
it was ultra. It was an ultra marathon,
yeah, and she got caught because obviously they're like, how did you go the last X amount of miles in fucking, I don't know, 3 minutes or something? Do you know what I mean?
That's right,
and she ended up getting disqualified. So, but you're not going to do that. I'd say Jason's definitely not going to do that at all.
So. No.
How do people donate? I was going to say, how do people donate?
I've got a Just Giving page set up for the 5 challenges, and I know on the night I've spoke to Alan, I've spoke to Billy, who are super supportive, so I can't thank them too enough. Well, any sort of money I make off my tickets will be going straight to the charity, and any I think we're going to have some charity buckets at the event, so that anybody that wants to put a donation in, etc., feel free. Just very quickly and back on side, but they are totally solely relying on fundraising and sponsorship, etc. They don't get any sort of government backing or any funding elsewhere, so that's hence why I do so much to try and keep them going for the amount of work that they do.
Yeah, guys, check out Back On Side as well. Obviously, the Facebook page. I'd say a lot of great stuff on there. And I'll post. I think it's on your Facebook, so I'll find your Just Giving page. I'll post the link up and stuff like that, so everybody can see. I say definitely worthwhile. Got 5 challenges, man. These 5 challenges. Do you know what I mean? There's not many people that would do maybe 2 of them. But Jason's going out there and doing all 5. So, and it's 5 months as well. It's not over a year.
5 and 5 months. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
5 and 5 months. So
yeah. Oh, listen, awesome stuff, mate. Awesome stuff. Final
Mhm.
thing then, Jason. So, well, before we do that, Alan Curry just coming in again, saying you'll float with a wetsuit on. Propulsion is the issue. So, um, but yeah, final thing for you then. So, anybody you want to shout out to? Any friends, family members, teammates, anything like that?
Oh, massive shout out to obviously Alan and Billy for getting me on, and Ricky for some of his for putting me forward in the first place, and obviously Ali, Paul, the boys in the gym. They've been absolutely class. It's been great back in getting a bit of training with them. So definitely a big shout out to them, and Mikey McMillan, who's I'm not going to put his age out on here, but Mikey's a wee bit older than me, and Mikey's been back in. He's been doing some training. He's going to be helping out my corner on the night. So big up
Yeah.
to Mikey. I'm looking forward to it, man. Buzzing. And to Rory. Big up to Rory for the matchup. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, listen, it's going to be a great night. So, guys, Total Kombat Championship, as I say, is going to be Saturday, 20th of May, so just under 2 weeks away. Again, tickets. Anybody looking for tickets, make sure you hit up your chosen fighters or grapplers first of all. If you can't get any through there, then make sure you go over to the Total Kombat Championship Facebook page and you will get all the information through there. As a great night, grappling, K1, MMA, there's going to be all sorts. There's going to be something there for everybody to see, and it's going to be packed. I mean, I was talking to Billy about how many people are going to be there, and there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a big
Yeah.
crowd. So yeah, it's going to be a great night. Jason, it's an absolute pleasure, brother. Thanks for obviously sharing all your 5 challenges in 5 months as well. I mean, that's going to be
Hi.
it's going to be brilliant to see. Obviously, I've got you on Facebook, so I'll be able to see. And even when you're out there and you're running and so on, you're doing updates. Do you know what I mean? I see
I'll be
them.
posting up the updates.
Yeah, I'll be reposting them and stuff like that as well because I think what you're doing, mental health's a big thing. Really big thing. So I remember coming from an era. You're probably the same age, well, we're similar age, but back in the day, they didn't really take mental health serious. But now, obviously, they're starting to take it a little bit more serious now. So, but there's still a long way to go. So, listen, absolute, definitely inspirational what you're doing, Jason. So, guys, there we go then. So, Jason's going to be there Saturday, 20th of May. Jason, thank you again, brother. You enjoy the rest of your training, and I'll see you on the 20th
Thank
of May.
you.
All right.
Brilliant. Looking forward to it. Thanks
Take
again.
care,
Cheers for your time.
bye bye.
Cheers. Bye.